Hello, I'm Joel Gonzalez, and I'm here today to speak to you about the Corpus Christi Education Foundation grant. I've been a recipient of many grants throughout the years and have used these grants to create innovative teaching within my classroom throughout my career. If you have ever sat down and said, I would love to do this activity, or I would love to create this in my classroom, and have found yourself lacking of funds, then this grant's for you. Many times teachers don't want to write grants because they feel that they may not be able to attain them, and they will have put all this time into writing a grant without a reward. With the CCef grant, your chances of obtaining the grant are higher because they are specifically created for CCISD teachers. And since the grant is so simple to write and requires just basic information, you have the opportunity to receive it. Many times teachers are constricted because of funding. Will I have the money to do this? Will I have the money to do that? Or they come up with these great ideas and don't have the funds to be spontaneously created. The grant allows for adjustments. The grant allows for differentiation. It allows teachers to be creative. Innovative programming does not always involve technology. Innovative thinking involves bringing something to the classroom that students have never experienced before. The foundation allows teachers to have the money to purchase the resources that will allow a teacher to say, why can't we do this? Why can't students be experiencing these kinds of activities? The foundation allows the teacher to think, to teach the way they've always wanted to teach, and then to provide them the funds to do that. I've received many grants throughout the years. Two that have stood out to me the most as my favorite are Cymatics and Sci-Language. One part of the Cymatics grant was building a school garden. The garden was designed so that students would see all the aspects of growing. There was an herb garden, a vegetable garden, and then a flower garden, so that students learn that plants are for eating, are edible, but they're also for beauty. I remember one year a student said to me, but tomatoes come from a can. And they had no idea that a tomato actually grew on a plant. And I knew right then and there that the money we had spent was well worth it. A grant that I received was called Animal Ambassadors. This was a grant that not only affected my classroom, but basically the entire school. It not only taught my students responsibility on caring for these pets, but it also taught them how to teach new information. So in my classroom, what we would do is we would have lessons that involved math, science, and language, and we would learn about these animals and bring in all the teaks that we could possibly bring in, and then in turn my students would go out into the classrooms and do the same. Based on past experience and the success that I have had with the Corpus Christi Education Foundation, I would strongly suggest if you have an idea or if you have an innovative thought that you would like to see in the classroom, seek out this grant and complete the grant writing process. What I do when I write grants is I try to tie it into student achievement. I focus on the curriculum or the TEKS. You've got to bring in the state TEKS. I always have a timeline so that they know there's a completion date, and so that I keep myself in order. And I try to keep it simple so that someone else that's reading it doesn't get bogged down with detail. So that when they're reading, they can see what I'm thinking. I strongly encourage all CCISD teachers to seek grant opportunities available from the Corpus Christi Education Foundation to make your ideas a reality.